Pretty out here. It's kind of chilly. It's kind of gloomy. Hey. All right, let's switch hands here. You got the creek. Let's sit here and do the ASMR thing with the creek. Of course, there's people talking. Here, chill.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, Patrick. How's it going? Thank you. It's weird. He'll lunge at some people, like not aggressively, but like he'll say hi to some people, but not others. So we're out here in the Ozark Greenways. Figured I'd say hi. It's been a very busy week. Did like 30,000 in revenue this week as far as dispatch. And yeah, it's been and it's having to do a couple things today. But we're off the grid now for a minute. Well, I guess. But every Saturday I try to take the dogs to this park. As long as the weather holds up. It's all wet out here, but it was foggy this morning. I think it rained a little bit last night. It is a nice creek. I used to live in a house where this ran behind our house. Because I used to live in this neighborhood. Because like here, I'll show you, Patrick. Come here. Come on, dog. I was like, why are we going different directions? Hey, come on. So up there on the ridge, there's a neighborhood. And I used to live in that neighborhood. Come on. And so I would come down here all the time as a teenager. Of course, these trails didn't exist then. So what Springfield has done, or Greene County, I guess, is these trails go all the way from US 60, 65 interchange all the way to, I want to say Walnut Grove or Willard at least. And basically, they have these paved trails that you can ride a bike, walk your dog, jog, and they're fairly safe. You know, no traffic that you deal with, and you know, the undesirables don't really come down through here. So, something I would have killed to have back in the day when I was riding my bike everywhere. But now, well, something dead right there. But now, you know, hey, oh. See, bike rider. Neat. And that's a common courtesy thing. They sit there and say, on your left, you stay to the right. We're not in England. Right? Oh, oh. All right. And I bring them out here because there's usually other dogs. So I try to socialize them. Get them exposed to many dogs as I can. Because all the dog parks around here are paid. Like you got to pay to be in them. So, but yeah, there's a water fountain that goes up there. I'm pointing there. And so the creek kind of stops here, but it starts way over there. We'll walk over there. We'll kind of do that. Come on. Today is my wife and my youngest daughter's birthday. So I'm going to bring her a thing of coffee. I mean, I've got her more, but But yeah, see that on the edge of those trees there is very close to the neighborhood I lived in. So it's the way I wind down now. It was kind of a stressful week, and next week's going to be interesting dispatch wise, because I got to get everybody to a certain place, and there's going to be a lot of shenanigans. There's going to be a lot of load cancellations. There's going to be a lot of you get there and the product's not ready, or you get there and the load's canceled. So it's going to get interesting. Everybody's shooting to be home Wednesday, but I might just shoot everybody there Tuesday. So we make sure nobody misses some home time. And if I can go live Monday on the big channel, I might try to kind of talk about those strategies. But it's always kind of I always eliminated those stresses by just having my truck home by Monday or Tuesday. And that way, and landing close by. Yeah, see, there's two dogs over there. He wants to hang out, so we may not go look at the water fountain. Or waterfall. Is a blue heeler, or AKA Australian cattle dog. Oh, here he is. But yeah, we're just going through the trails and the park, and I've been coming here just about every Saturday when the weather allows and time. So, and then tonight I'll be playing bass for a group, and then tomorrow I'll be solo on the guitar for a group. So yeah, a fun-filled weekend with a lot of work. So, and I had to do some trucking work today, this morning. So headed to Memphis today, maybe see Graceland. Yeah, get an Uber there. Graceland's in the middle of, I picked up a load right next to Graceland. It's weird. I think Elvis would turn over in his grave if he saw what happened to the neighborhood he's in right now. Graceland is right in the middle of some very, very bad neighborhood. I picked up near there, and then one time the interstate was closed. Let's go this way. Morning, oldest daughter. Hey, you gonna do Thanksgiving with us, right? Are you? We'll talk later about that. But yeah, I picked up a load near Graceland, so I passed it, and then one time we had to be rerouted. I was in a line of trucks. I want to say it was US 63 or something like that. And it was not a great neighborhood. In fact, everybody on the CB was like, yeah, something tells me if this was 3 a.m. we wouldn't want to be doing this, and everybody agreed. So it's kind of yeah, you picked up there last month? Okay, cool. But yeah, if you can see Graceland, get some, here's the thing. I've been reading this book called Your God is Too Safe. And it talks about different aspects of spirituality and in the Christian world. And one of the things that you have to do is find joy. Not in a gluttonous, it's all about me. But you got to find ways to find rest. You got to find ways to get out of the routine that you are in. Because if you don't do that, you burn yourself out. That's God saying, hey man, don't burn yourself out. And so you got to find the things that bring you joy. And I used to follow this guy when I first started trucking, or right before I first started trucking. I used to follow his blog. Remember those with a B? This dude worked for Crete. And I learned a lot by logbook time management. But I also learned a lot about, he did 34s on the road all the time, and he talked about all the different things he would do. And this is before Uber. He would get cab to somewhere, and he would watch baseball games and football games, in the local area. And you've had no joy for 2 weeks, 3,200-mile weeks. Yeah, I believe it. I got a friend of mine that just started over where you're at too. We went everywhere on BMX bike or skateboard, didn't we? Yep. Oh, dude, that was my transportation. I didn't get my driver's license till I was 17. Because of that, like, that was the jam. There's a scene in the movie Rad where the dude's like, hey, I'll pick you up tonight. He's like, what, on that bike? She's like, yeah, what, on that bike? He's like, yeah. It's just like, no thanks. And that was me. That's why I didn't get any chicks until later, until I actually started driving a car. Turns out chicks like guys with cars, not with bikes. But looks like they got like a caving class, so you can take a boat into the cave and they'll let you go in and you can do a tour. It's a guided tour. Here's some water fountain. So I gotta be careful that the dog don't jerk me and I drop this in the water. So that used to be an open trail. It used to go all the way around. As you can see, it goes all the way around, right? And I don't know why they haven't reopened it, but they do have quite a few trees that the beavers have made it dangerous, I guess. So, but yeah, so you go up, that's basically a cliff, and you can kind of climb up those, and there's a whole neighborhood up there. And so, don't jerk me, dog. So yeah, there's no fishing allowed here. Not that I would want to eat any fish here, but I guess people fish for sport too, not just food. Yeah, so I guess they're giving guided boat cave tours. And these people are trying to have a picnic, but this is kind of I'd take you on the other side, but there's people with two dogs, and he did not react well with those two dogs. I mean, he was barky. I mean, he wasn't being mean or aggressive, but they're young, and he's young, and you know how these youngsters are. Yeah, it's I don't know how often they do this. I mean, they got these little John boats, right? So let's go up here. I'll show you guys. I'll show you, Sterling. Come on, let's go. So you climb up this cliff. Hey, don't step in the water. Don't drink that water. No. So you have one cave entrance there, which they've blocked off because a couple of kids died in there. And then you got this little cave. Right? And then you have, oh wait, I don't want to show the kids. Let's go this way. Dog? No. And then you got this cave. And you used to be able to go in there, but they've got it closed because of the bats. There's like a rare bat in there.
Yeah, they simmered down.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, I just got to right back. I had a moment where I was looking for
yeah.
the name, and I couldn't
So
find it.
there's the
I know that's why
there's the boats. I don't know how often they do this, or if it's even open to the public. Come on, dog.
Yeah, so it's gonna be good. And I guess this is a good
Come on. So step in water. So yeah, there's 2 or 3 parks here in Springfield that have caves. But yeah, there's a smaller one there. Like I said, they had a couple of kids die back in the, I want to say 50s or 60s, so they had to close it off. So yeah, I guess that's where all the gear is. It's not a picnic, but anyways, yeah, this is the first time I've seen him do the tours. Now, check this out. They had these bat watching classes. Like, basically, you can sit out there right at dusk and you can watch the bats come out. That was pretty cool. We've done that before. So, come on. Yeah, there's a kitty over there. Whew. So, there's also another dog up there. So, but this is where I spend my Saturday mornings usually. And then sometimes we'll hit the farmer's market because the wife is usually doing the community garden. And the wife and I really aren't together a whole lot on Saturdays, it seems like. She's at the community garden, and then she does her second job, and then I'm doing the thing at Sanctuary. I miss the days where you could do dangerous things. Well, you can still do dangerous things. Oh, walking down the street's a dangerous thing. But see, this creek's dried up, but the water used to run through here. So, and then I don't know if you guys can see the houses up there. See the houses up there? And my old house is somewhere like probably half a mile from there. So, but oh no. Uh-huh. But then here's more of the trail. So basically this trail stops at this park, or it goes through the park. It rocks. And you know, there's like a homeless dude that hangs out here at this table, and he'll draw you a picture for $5. Pretty good artist. So, anyways, that's kind of where we're at. Oh, he's doing awesome with the Frisbee. He's like, I saw this dude on Facebook where this dude has like 4 Frisbees. He's a trick guy with a blue heeler, and he's not at that level, but he's doing pretty good. All right, we gotta unlock the door here, buddy. This is my pickup. This is my truck. Yeah, come on. You over it? You over it? Huh. Frisbee is what we're predominantly doing now. He doesn't seem to hurt himself as much. Up. Good boy. Oh. You all right? Here, sit. Good boy. Good boy, Sis. All right. He gets a treat for that. You want your treat for that? I think you have a treat in here somewhere. Here, let me put the phone down a minute. All right, here we go. Good voices. Good voices. Yeah. Say hi to YouTube. Say hi, YouTube. Email me your address. I need to send you the GoPro dog harness. Okay, I will. All right. No, see, I still got one piece left. Okay. Now watch this. Here's the trick. Watch. No, 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 no. Stay. 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 Go. Ah, look at you. Look at you show off. All right, sit. So I need to get something that like kind of keeps them at bay. I kind of scrunch it there. I'm sure they make devices that are very expensive. All right, you stay. You stay. Yeah, that was a new trick. Basically, I got the idea from Facebook because that's where all bad ideas come from. And there's this lady that has like 3 blue healers, and she's got one. Sorry for the close up, but she's got one that she can stack treats on the dog's nose. And so at one point she had like 3 treats stacked on his paws. He's sitting like this, and then sit, and then I've been able to balance things on his head, but that's it. Like that's all we've been able to muster. But impulse control is important, right? That's people are like, oh, why are you doing demeaning tricks, blah blah blah. Well, here's the thing. If you can control the impulse of the dog, then you could train him. And that's what I work on. So we make him stay. I paid for these training sessions at Petco, and it was worthless. I got my money back. Not because the gal didn't know what she was doing, but because to me, I was already at a level that was beyond what she could probably do. And then the classes didn't quite gel. Like the first week, there was a huge storm that took out our power. And then the second week, I showed up and she didn't. So they gave me a free like $90 bag of dog food. And then the third week, she canceled. Fourth week, I canceled. So I was like, you know what, just get my money back and I'll just train him at home. So, but yeah, impulse control is important. So, like right now, he's just sitting there very peacefully, huh? Yeah, you're just sitting there peacefully, huh? So, good morning from Georgia. Georgia. Rates are really good going into Georgia right now. Why? Because it sucks coming out. So, Chief Freight, I was talking about dispatch earlier. I'm hoping to go live Monday. If not, I'll at least do a recorded video talking about strategies that you're going to deal with on dealing with the holidays. I buy this Acana red meat blend. It's the only dog food I found within a decent price range that has decent ingredients. And then I give them Dinovite. The only bad thing for them is some of the treats aren't perfect, right? So, let's see. Do I still have any treats left in this pocket? Do I? I do. Oh, I've got a little bit left. Look at that. Here, let's see if he'll do the trick again. Hold on. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, all right. chucking his barf. All right. Oh, you don't need a close up of me like that. All right, here we go. Nope, 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 nope. Hey, hold on. Here we gotta. All right, here we go. Nope, 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 nope. Hey, nope. Stay. Stay. Go. Look at you, be cute. Hey, no, sit. See, you can't compliment him. See, that's the thing, right? You can't compliment him. You compliment him, he gets a big head, and he's like, oh, cool, I can do whatever I want. Which is why you shouldn't compliment anybody. You compliment, you know, you give someone a compliment, man, it opens them up to pride, right? So don't compliment anybody. So, but anyways, we're going to get out of here. Everybody wish my wife and youngest daughter happy birthday. And I'm going to go get her. Don't tell her, but shh. I'm going to get her a coffee on the way home. I'm going to get her coffee on the way home. So, probably this dude don't drool over it, right? So, anyways, peace. Thanks for watching.